Alright, what's good YouTube? Welcome back to another video right here on the channel. My name is Miles, and a very popular series on this channel has been me showcasing my room in university for the past couple of years. So without further ado, let's dive right into the video. Okay, so starting off with the room, you have this door right here. I have my Raptors poster right there, and this is a pretty standard door. You have a little peephole that most rooms typically have, and nothing too crazy. Now, in transitioning over to this side of the room is where I keep my shoes, my recycling bin, my 4-month calendar, and check it out. Right here, I have my set goals and go. So as I'm leaving for the day, going out to my classes, set goals and go. Now, as we look to this side of the room, I have my couch, as well as the view to the window. And this couch is pretty good. I don't use it as much as the other couch, but typically I'll put things on it once in a while, and it kind of creates a nice vibe in the room. So as you can see here, we have 2 posters. This one right here is one I actually designed myself. It was using chalk markers. It's still under construction, so stay tuned for the final product, but just having a little bit of fun. And then this poster right here was given to me in my first year at university, and it just outlines some healthy habits that you can use. Another thing that you might notice about my room and my space is I typically have words of affirmation just kind of around the space, like win, or you might see focus. It reminds me, like, don't make excuses, just produce results, and then hopefully those turn into wins. Every year I get a question from an incoming university student wondering if they should bring a mini fridge to their residence building, and I highly suggest you do. I have not met anyone who's brought in a mini fridge to their residence building, provided that you don't already have one. Everyone really values having one. I've been using this one since my first year at university, and it's done me really well. I also have this kettle, so late nights if I want to make tea, or if I want to make oatmeal in the morning, it's great to boil the hot water. And then finally, I have another poster right here, but it just reminds you just not to quit. Stay focused on the pursuit of your goals, and just don't give up wherever you are at in life. So now we'll look at directly behind the room, and this is the couch that I'll typically spend my time on when I need a little bit of a break. If I'm tired and I don't want to take a nap on my bed, I can take one right here, and essentially it does the job. You may have recognized this poster from before, but it's this Miles Morales Be Greater Than Yourself poster. For quite a few years now, people have been calling me Miles Morales, so I've kind of just ran with it. Who knows, maybe one day I will become the next Miles Morales. But for now, I think it's really cool. It creates a nice contrast within the room, and the poster is nice. Over here is a little bit of storage, and this is where I just store some of my tote bags and oatmeal packages. And then finally, with this side of the room is I have a coffee table, and this is nice. You want to kick your feet up or just put some things on the table like I do have right here. Now we are entering my favorite part of the room, and it's none other than the desk area. Check it out. So the desk setup is pretty standard. As you can see here, I have a few items. So my LED lights, which gives it a nice bright vibe and contrast. I have my laptop and monitor, which helps me get a lot of work done, edit videos, study all things school related and work related. I have my iPad right here where I do a lot of my schoolwork on as well. And then a few other desk accessories that kind of give the desk a nice overall theme. So now I know you guys will probably be asking me, Miles, why do you have this chair that has a bunch of blue towels on it? And long story short, there's nothing wrong with the chair. It's just that behind the chair, it's a little bit ripped, and you can kind of see it here. And what it does is a lot of the parts of the chair start to peel off, and because the parts of the chair peel off, it leaves a mess. So oftentimes I have to place a towel or something, just a cover over it, so that the chair doesn't rip as much as it should, or it doesn't leave as much of a mess. But yeah, that's the honest truth. Quite frankly, the chair has been great otherwise, and it helps me stay comfy and sit at my desk for long hours, so I can't really complain for what it's worth. Another thing that you probably noticed directly behind me is my large lion poster. I've also had this poster for a few years. This is my favorite poster, without a doubt, just because of what the lion represents to me and how a lion embodies characteristics of a strong leader and a warrior, which I think is really inspiring. Another thing over here is my monthly calendar. And I talked about this in another video, but I use this calendar to just plan out everything that's going on within the month. keeps me organized and keeps me on top of a lot of my work. And over here I have some other posters. These are again Monopoly themed, but they remind you about, you know, your ideas are worthless without execution, or the price of success, and hustle and work hard. That basically sums up the main space within my room where you enter. It's kind of like the common lounge area, but at the same time it's where I get majority of my work. Now we'll enter in from the hallway, the closet, and my bedroom. Let's go. All right, so up here is my closet space. This is a hallway leading into the next portion of the room. But you can see here, a lot of my storage goes in these units. I have my hats, cologne, and a few other accessories over here. And I like that closet because it kind of gives this New York apartment style vibe, which I find pretty interesting. Over here, I have another poster, another classic that I like to look at in my room. Now, right here behind me, you see two blue curtains. And this is another area for storage, where I keep a lot of my jackets and other clothing items. And it's cool because you can close it up or you can leave it open as you see fit. So I have this mirror right here just to look at myself before I get ready for classes. And I think it's a great addition to the room. Over here, I have this board where you can kind of change the words. And my dad always reminds me this is what I should be praying for constantly: knowledge, wisdom, and understanding, especially as I'm in university. So that's what I put on the board just as a reminder for myself. Okay, so moving on to this side of the room, this is where my bed is. Typical, nothing crazy, a couple pillows. What's really clutch though is this blanket. Very, very warm, especially in those winter nights. I have another poster of a lion right here. You can tell I really enjoy lions. Just out here is another window view of my room, so you can see just outside what it looks like and how it is. And honestly, I like the view because it's pretty calming. It doesn't show the street. It's just like a nice view of the grass and the trees, and it's pretty peaceful to look outside. So here's another poster that I bought. It was this cause. I actually won this poster at my school. We had a poster sale, and I'm like, you know what? Pretty nice. Does the job. On the theme of Spider-Man, I actually had someone design this amazing poster for me, and they basically helped me write all these affirmations that I kind of told them to write. And I really like it because it has different things like success is near, or love, or reminding myself to keep going, get in the winner's circle. And just again, these are just reminders and affirmations that I look to if I never need a little dose of inspiration. And I'm sure you can kind of see the overall theme of my room, where I showcase a lot of high performance, a lot of motivation. That's really what I'm interested in. This is why this channel is also geared in that direction as well, because I feel like I'm very well versed in that topic, and self-improvement and self-development as a whole has transformed my life. And I'm hoping it has transformed yours, and I can share my experiences with all of you. Another thing I really like about this room is that you can completely change the vibe, especially when it gets dark. Check it out. Okay, and last but not least, we are now in the bathroom, and I really enjoy this bathroom because it gives me a modern feel. So let's take you through everything in the bathroom. Starting off over here, you can see that we have our face towels and hand rags, as well as my skincare routine and toiletry bag. Transitioning over on this side is the sink, as well as my soap, paper towel. We have some cabinet space over here where I hold a lot of my stuff. Nothing too crazy right there. This is an overview square footage of the bathroom. You can see we have our garbage here, toilet there, my bath mat, as well as my bath slippers, and finally the bathtub. So yeah, like I mentioned, this bathroom meets all of my own personal needs, especially just being in residence and having that own space to yourself. I think it's amazing. That's gonna wrap up today's video of the entire room tour. I hope you guys all enjoyed. This is probably one of my favorite spaces that I've been in because it really meets all my needs, and the space is perfect for one person, especially living in residence. If you guys did enjoy that video, please leave a like, comment, and subscribe. You know what I always say, make sure to always believe that you will achieve. My name is Miles, and I am signing off. Woo!